Gauteng police have just concluded an update on various successes in tackling crime here in the province of Gauteng. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana was there and joins us now with more. Zola, good morning. We'll get straight to it. I know you're standing by with the Gauteng Provincial Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Tommy Mthombeni.
Yes, indeed, Iman. In fact, he spoke about quite a number of issues that have been a major concern as to, crime. He spoke about the arrest of the man accused of killing the 6-year-old Amantle that lives in Orlando, and he also spoke about robberies that have been quite prevalent in jewelry shops, jewelry stores, to be quite, specific. He also, spoke about the issues of gang-related crimes and how they have stamped their authority as police in areas where we understand that those crimes are quite prevalent. Your Westbury, Eldorado Park, and Rivoli, just to mention a few. Let's bring in General Tommy Mthombeni. So thank you very much for your time. I mean, listening to the stats that you have presented, you have clearly indicated that there has been much progress that you have done, as police in terms of stamping authority and ensuring that you fight crime. But when we're interacting with some of the residents in Eldorado Park, they're saying that what you have said on your, report is not reflected on the ground.
Thank you very much, and greetings to the viewers at home. We are here in Eldorado Park, also for Operation Shanyela, of which is a provincial operation. One can confirm that as and when we are in this space, there are successes which we achieve. For Eldorado Park, specifically for the anti-gang crimes related, one can confirm that since January up until September, we managed to arrest 69 people, and out of that 69, we got 54 firearms and 401 ammunition. If that is not an impact which is made by the South African Police Service, one really will ask to say, though the community, they're having these expectations, what more could you do? And this is exclusively only for Eldorado Park. The deployment of the workforce, they still remain intact in this specific area. It is an integrated governmental program. We know for the fact that the minister on the 10th, we had this cooperative agreement, of which we are seeing the results, and one can indicate that there was an incident here, of which the information was shared by the community, the Johannesburg Metro Police, the Gauteng Traffic Police Air Wing. They collaborated. We got quite a number of firearms.
Sorry to cut you short, General. I just want you to come to the issue of the 6-year-old from Orlando. We understand that the man accused of her murder and rape has been apprehended by the police. You touched on an issue. You said South Africans, those that are harboring, illegal immigrants, might find themselves in the wrong because it is understood that this person, was occupying a house that is believed to belong to a South African, and this person might have been aware that this person is in this country illegally.
Yes, we have a breakthrough in terms of that this last night, and then this particular person is behind bars, and then one can confirm that it's illegal so in the country. He entered this country in 2022 or 4/11. He returned back home on that particular year and come back on the same year. What I see people making the interpretation is the passport. To say the passport is expiring in 2027, this particular individual, he is supposed to be in South Africa. He is not supposed to be in South Africa. When you enter the border of another country, clearly, and then when they stamp your passport, you'll realize that there is a duration on which you have to stay in that particular country. So even this one is not supposed to be here, and then the landlord, it's harboring. that particular individual, and one can confirm that we are investigating this issue of harbouring. We have since opened a case docket in ensuring that we take care of the issue of harbouring illegal immigrants.
Before I let you go, General, let's come back to the issue of learners, in fact, children that have been dying after allegedly consuming food that, is contaminated. We understand that the autopsy report for those that died last year, has been released. What are the findings?
Well, those are, the report which have been issued by the pathologist, and there's a doctor, and the doctor they specialize into that, and then the postmortem report, taking into consideration last year we had 5 incidents in Naledi, of which 3 children died. One of the reports came back in terms of the postmortem report. They flagged that it's a carbamate. Which I tried to explain to say is bait, which is used to kill insects, but that does not mean that this alipirima might have not been sprayed, into those particular spaces where the food were contaminated. So based on the pathologist, the postmortem, and then they flagged this weight, carbamate.
The 6 that we've just buried recently, how are the investigations going? How far are we?
The investigation is proceeding. We have just to take note that the issue of postmortem and toxicology report is something which we are linking with the Department of Health. Last week, I think Tuesday, the Minister of Health called a meeting where there was some sort of deliberations, and also looking into the issue of these postmortem and toxicology report, so that we have to make sure that they are speed up. But you have to take note that the specific doctor deals with those reports, and it is taking a little bit longer. It's not something which you have to put in, and then from there, then you get the results.
Thank you very much for your time, General. That was the Gauteng SAPS Provincial Commissioner, essentially, giving us updates on, topics, news that is actually quite topical right now, the death of Amantle, and also, giving us a report on how the 3 learners that were from Naledi allegedly died. We have heard that, they also died of something similar to what might have killed the ones that we recently buried, but their autopsy report has not been released at this point. And we also, heard General mention that investigations are ongoing, and he has also spoken. He also spoke about the importance of the community also coming on board in ensuring that they assist police in, getting these criminals that are known to communities, and in this way, then it means that they will be able to, arrest those people, because they say that without the help of the communities, then they might not be able to stamp their authority as the police. Back to you in studio, Iman.
Zola Sholwana, thank you very much for that. Talking there to Lieutenant General Mthombeni. If you didn't hear it earlier on, again, a case has been opened against the landlord who provided accommodation to the suspect who's now been arrested in respect of the murder of little Amantle. And it is a warning, he says, to the rest of the country, to people who provide shelter to illegal immigrants